make sure that you lean forward so they can hear us. All right, as you can see now, we're joined by Little Rock head coach Chris Curry. Angel Cano is in the middle, and then we have Malcolm Brown down on the end. Let's start as we did before. We'll ask Coach to make an opening comment. Then we'll direct our questions first to Angel and Malcolm, so then we cut them loose, and the coach will stay up for more questions. With that, Coach, congratulations on the win, and the microphone is yours.
Well, thank you. I was thinking about the seventh inning when we started realizing you got a shot to win the ball game. There was a gentleman that I respect a lot, and I won't say his name. And right after I took the job, he came into my office and said, "What are you thinking? This is career suicide. What are you doing?" I said, "I just think we can win at Little Rock, and I think if we get good players." Believed in the opportunity, believed in Little Rock, and now we have the support, and they just won the biggest game and program in history on, I keep saying it, one of the biggest stages in college baseball. I'm just along for the ride, guys. I'm just enjoying what these guys are doing. It's a blast to coach this team, and they're having a lot of fun. They're playing with no fear. No worries, no pressure, and we have been for weeks now, and it's just getting normal, and I'm so happy and could not be more thrilled to get an opportunity to keep coaching them at least one more day, and so I'm just grateful.
Coach, thank you very much. Because we have two players here, please make sure you address which player your question is to, and with that, we'll open it up for Angel and Malcolm.
For both Angel and Malcolm. I mean, Coach talked about it. You guys have been playing well for several weeks now. For you guys in that dugout postgame, how much of this is, this is a cool night, but you also know what you guys can accomplish tomorrow? How much of this just not just a one-night thing for you guys, but what you guys believe you can do?
And I really think we're capable to do a lot of things. Just like, we went into the, obviously, tournament as the eighth seed. I mean, dropped 13 or 14 out of the last 15 games. I mean, we just stick with the plan, play for each other, and just, like Coach, I hold the rope, and we just stay strong and believe.
Yeah, I don't really think there's nothing we can't do. As a team, as long as we stay together, bond is right, there's nothing we can't do. No team we can't beat.
Guys, today is a special day because it is the 1-year birthday for Malcolm's son, Miles. So, big day for his family.
Malcolm, I guess just how much did that outing that you showed really give a blueprint, I guess, for your teammates tomorrow, what they can potentially do, and against this Tiger offense?
Just go out there and attack. Get strike one, fill up the zone, and see what happens. You got defense behind you.
Angel, you were obviously locked into the plate. At any point during the game, did you kind of take a step back and realize, how you were helping your team offensively and how contagious the hitting got for you guys?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, my mindset is just pitch by pitch, out by out, inning by inning, and just making sure I get my pitch and put, like I said, just put the ball in the ball and just kind of live with the result.
I think Angel's done a good job as well defensively. The last out in game number 1, Dallas Baptist was a line drive to Angel, and then we had a key double play line out that Angel caught, and then he had the kind of the drop step deep pick there, and so obviously the swings are huge, but defensively Angel's playing at a high level. I'm proud of him.
Malcolm, how do you spell your son's first name?
M-Y-L-E-S, Miles.
Okay. And was that the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of? And what was that like, just the atmosphere, maybe right before the game and throughout?
Yes, sir, it definitely was. But like the atmosphere, I just try to stay locked in and not let the moment be too big, and just go do what I usually do, go compete.
Yeah, I'll put back here.
Coach said this afternoon that a new hero would have to step up every game. For you to kind of be ready for this moment, how hard has it been the last few weeks to kind of stay locked in as this run has been going on?
Not very hard. When you got a team like we do, the guys I'm around every day, they help me stay locked in, keep me focused, keep me ready to go.
Hey, Jack, a couple things about Malcolm. So, game number one, Malcolm almost didn't even come to the field. He was so sick to his stomach. Stayed at the hotel, and then I asked him, I said, hey, you stay here and rest. We'll pitch you later. No, I'm coming. I'm coming. And he's tough, Malcolm. He's been through a lot in his life that I won't get into. But a cool story, he came to my office right at the beginning of the spring and said, hey, Coach, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play anymore. I'm going to have to go support my family. I said, well, sit down. Let's talk through what that looks like. And, what would you go do? Well, I'd get a job somewhere. Okay, where? I don't know. I said, okay. Well, how long till you get your degree? About a year and a half. Okay. Anybody else in your family have a degree? No, sir. So, well, how about let's be the first one to leave a legacy in your family and get a degree, so the chances of your children getting a degree and that paying off exponentially throughout not only his life, but the rest of his family. And so I just need to say I'm really glad that Malcolm did not hang up baseball early in the year to go to work.
One more question for the players over here to the right, guys.
Angel, I wasn't at your games all season, but Newt throws about 94 and Shores is up to 100. Is that an adjustment for y'all facing LSU's velocity?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have to make an adjustment. I mean, obviously the speed is high, so it's all they providing the speed, so you sort of stay short through it and you just battle. I mean, those guys are probably gonna play pro bowl, and they great pitchers, great stuff, and you just go out there and compete and get the bat to the ball. Something good happen.
Angel and Malcolm, I know it's been a long day. Thank you for your time tonight. Happy birthday to Miles. Appreciate your time. Go get some rest, and we'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations on your win. All right, questions now for Coach? You back, Michael?
Like, Chris, just the idea of belief, right? Anything can happen. Obviously, you guys have been living it now, but like when you have a moment like this, you just reinforce that idea in what we've seen is a crazy weekend of baseball.
So if you have it, and this is a compliment to LSU, but if you can bring a team in here and get a win, I think that it solidifies whether or not you have what it takes to win any college baseball game on any given night. And that's the beauty of baseball, is on any given night, any team can win it. It's not football where it's the bigger, stronger, faster. It's a game of details. LSU is so good, and their arms are elite, and these guys did a good job. I really think, guys, us facing Iamson on the, if I pronounce it correctly, if I'm mispronouncing, I apologize, on game number one, even though he had an outstanding outing, it helped our guys to realize the timing that we were going to need to get onto to see this level of arms. We do train for it with different things, high hit velocity, stay on top of it, things like that, but you got to see it. And then you got to see it in the biggest moment. I think, you can't simulate the crowd. Malcolm had a huge moment there with the bases loaded. We were having a little trouble here in the pitch con, and then Malcolm, I think, gets a pop-up. That was huge. The more they see it, DBU, they run out some guys who they want this, but the more they see it, then they'll get on time.
Coach, your players kind of spoke to this. They're not here just to experience things; they're here to win. And obviously, you guys carry that in time. You just talk about, regardless of what happens tomorrow, what does this do from an exposure for your program, for these guys, and just at this level, be able to do what you guys have done so far?
It's priceless. It puts, in my opinion, I hope it puts Little Rock baseball on the map nationally, just from a respect standpoint. I hope it helps recruiting. I hope it helps. Was the portal open tomorrow, or is it already open? So we're interested. I hope it helps the university. I hope people are proud. Our supporters, they've gotten us here, and this is what can happen when people believe in you. This is what can happen when you have players that believe. And to be 9 innings away from a regional championship and going on to a super is a special place. We're just gonna enjoy it, and then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we're gonna go out there and get after it and see what happens.
Yeah, because you guys got themselves in tough spots on the mound all night, just in terms of loading the bases. What was the key for you all to continue to get out of those jams and avoid the crooked number?
Our pitchers made quality pitches. Good question, Jack. We located, Brady Cox, our pitching coach, was asked to help some guys who haven't thrown in a while, maybe a little rusty, that we haven't called their name. And I thought he really navigated LSU's lineup well, from just adding and subtracting, mixing and matching the looks. We tried to make sure, if we could, that nobody got a look at our arms twice. And then we kind of let the pitcher, for us, and their hitters tell us when it was time to make a change. I think our guys made big pitches. Some change-ups behind the count. I know we threw a lot of 2-2, 3-2 sliders that were big pitches. And Malcolm's always been a strike thrower. He started the game as a true freshman at Ole Miss. Malcolm's been on big stages, and again, he's just been through so much in his life. Tonight is not going to speed him up. That's the toughest dude maybe on the team.
Coach, you guys were kind of in LSU's position last year in the conference tournament, right? In the regular season, the pressure was kind of on you. Now, obviously, the script is flipped. I mean, how difficult is that going against the team and yourselves in this position? You have all the momentum, things are rolling at the right time.
Okay, I'm tracking with you now. Yes, we were the 1 seed after winning the regular season. Is that what you're referring to? Yes, and so last year I had 15 seniors. So we had the pitcher of the year. We had 4 or 5 all-conference players. That was kind of the team, and I'm forever thankful for the 2024 team for winning I believe our first regular season championship last year, knocking that wall down. But it did fill with that team, and I love those guys. And 4 or 5 of them are here cheering us on. But it did feel like we got the tournament last year. There's a heavy weight on our shoulders of us expecting to win and get to a regional, and then now this team, highly improbable, they're just playing loose and carefree. And I know 100% for the way our league is set up, we have to win the tournament. Obviously, I'd rather win the tournament all day than a regular season to get to go on this ride.
Coach, let's make 2 more questions. Michael, and then Glenn, if you still have one, we'll come to you. Last 2 questions for Coach. Michael, go ahead.
Just you mentioned the job Brady did, the job that is now ahead of him once again, right?
Sure.
How are you set up, and how much does that conference tournament, maybe make some things happen for you guys?
Conference tournament is what triggered it. Goes back to Jackson Wells, the league game, and I know I won't walk us through that again, but that's what triggered it. When you have Brody Bunting, 7 innings, then you have Jack Klein, 9 innings in the championship. So even though we played 5 games in 4 days, through that OVC tournament, we did not tax our arms at a high level. Royal, the lefty, he threw twice. Van Cleve, he threw twice in the OVC. And we've been able to manage the arms to where I feel like that we're in a little bit better place pitching-wise, because we might get an arm or 2 or 3 back for tomorrow that we were able to rest. So, hey, championship game, all hands on deck. I got players coming up to me right and left. Coach, I'm good. Coach, I'm ready. Everybody's good to go tomorrow.
Are they going to have clean uniforms tomorrow? New uniforms?
No, let's be a bunch of dirtbags. We thought about going back to the hotel. They offered a police escort and get a shower and fresh. No chance. I think they would have probably tackled me in the dugout or just muted me and sat down on the bench and said, we're not leaving. But I've heard, can you guys confirm, I think we're the home team, is that how it works?
Yes, sir.
And so safe bet we're probably going to wear pinstripes, like pinstripe football light, and it'll be fun.
Where'd you first hear that hold the rope story?
I
got one here. I was just wondering if that was it.
say that again.
Well, there's one here. They use the whole rope here. I was wondering if you heard it from Skip Bertman.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would absolutely, guys. That's not my saying. But they're so young, they should know Coach Bertman, but they don't. And so, Angel is learning. Okay. Hey, actually, this morning at 10 a.m. it was on ESPNU, and I sent a group message to the team saying, turn it on ESPNU, hold the ropes on. And no, I'm a 90s college baseball player, and I watched Warren Morris win the ball game live, and Joey Core laying on the ground. I know all the players. I competed against Coach Bertman. He recruited me a little bit, and was very, very familiar with the mental side of things. Coach was cutting edge in the psychology of baseball. And hold the rope, I was very, very familiar with what Coach said. And all coaches do is steal from other coaches and borrow sayings with what works. And I think, I don't know, about a week before the tournament we started saying it. But I did give credit to Coach Bertman, to the team. And I actually saw Coach last night when I came to watch LSU and the Dallas Cowboys. And I told him, I stole your line, but I know it's yours. And so he said, you use it all you need. Use it, and so I know where it came from, and I could not have more respect for Coach Bertman. But he won a lot of games, so that's a pretty good guy to borrow a phrase from.
Coach, we know it's been a long day, but congratulations. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow night.